Buying a house is a huge commitment. In most cases, it's the single biggest financial transaction most people will make in their lifetime. If you're a first-time buyer, you may understandably be very worried about making the wrong purchase. So if you put in an offer on a house and it's accepted, when is it too late to back out of buying a house? Actually, it's never too late to back out of buying a house. You can back out just before closing. You may not get your deposit back and there will be fees you'll have to pay, but you can back out even at the last minute. The actual question then is, when is it too late to back out of buying a house and not lose your deposit? Here in Los Angeles, when you put in an offer and it's accepted, you typically pay an initial deposit of 3% of the purchase price of a house. If you're buying a house that costs, say, $700,000, then the deposit would be $21,000. Not a small amount of money anyone would want to lose. So how long you have to back out and not lose your deposit depends if you have contingencies in your offer, which you absolutely should have when making any offer on a house. If you didn't put any contingencies in your offer and you have to cancel, then chances are high you may not get your deposit back. Contingencies are like an escape clause that allows you to cancel and get your money back. At a minimum, a buyer investigation contingency, an appraisal contingency, and a loan contingency should be included in every offer to purchase a home. If you work with a realtor here in Los Angeles, your offer will be submitted on the standard offer form from the California Association of Realtors, which includes these 3 contingencies and has standard time frames of 17 days for the buyer investigation and appraisal contingencies and 21 days for the loan contingency. That means you have that many days to cancel and still be able to get your deposit back. The California Association of Realtors came up with these time frames as it turns out to be enough time for these contingencies. But as my mentor always says, everything is negotiable in real estate. And it's true for these time frames. You can put in more days or less depending on your financing and or how you want to position your offer. But if you use these standard time frames on this form, 21 days is the longest you have before it's too late to back out of buying a house and not lose your deposit. There are some caveats though. These contingencies should not be used if on a whim you suddenly change your mind about buying a house or you want to cancel to buy a different house. Don't think that you can go into buying a house and be able to use these contingencies as a way to get out of the contract for whatever reason. Once you have an accepted offer, it's a binding contract that has language where both parties agree to move forward in good faith. And the contingencies are there to allow you to cancel if you have a valid reason to do so. Like you discover something about the house or the neighborhood that just won't work for you, so you can cancel the buyer investigation contingency. Maybe the house doesn't appraise for the sale price and you won't be able to come up with a difference, so you can use the appraisal contingency to cancel. And lastly, maybe you can't get a loan for whatever reason, so then you can use a loan contingency to cancel as well. Anyways, to answer the question, it's never too late to back out of buying a house, but if you want your deposit back, you have however many days in your contingencies to cancel and get your deposit back. This is Dale Shin, LA Area Realtor. If you found that helpful, click the thumbs up button and check out my channel for other videos about buying or selling house in Los Angeles. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay tuned for my next video.